guys, welcome to Mortal Ring Wars, your home of all things pop culture, action figures, and rock and metal. I'm Brett the Tech Downey, and this is Crazy H. How you doing this week, Crazy H?
Great.
Oh, and this is Tori coming in to join the show. We are here, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things today, and we have a special guest off camera, the Mystery Lady. Say hi, Mystery Lady.
Hello.
There, you heard that. She is shrouded in mystery. Who is this mystery lady? You want to know. Okay, so check it out. Had a lot of people asking about when are we going to do a collection tour. We're only like just 3 videos in. We're going to do a collection tour once we hit 100 subscribers. So tell your friends, share us, and everything. And by the way, thank you guys so far to check this out and all the kind words and messages I got. So really, really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. But spread the word out. When we get to 100, not only will we do a collection tour, because we have, what, how many rooms?
About three and a half.
Yeah, to tour, plus you have a whole room that we're going to do a video down the way. But not only that, we're going to have a giveaway. Not sure what it's going to be yet, but once we reach 100, you know, get a giveaway, because, you know, I know a lot of you guys have like thousands and thousands of subscribers, but 100 is pretty cool for us, so, you know, we're just going to keep going at it. What else we got going on? So today we're going to talk about the news. We're also going to go over our top five, five time. We're going to talk about our 5, and this is just off the top of our head, our 5 Grail pieces that we want at this time. And some of them are like way unobtainable, but
like,
what the heck?
Like in your dream level.
Yeah, let's dream about the situation,
yeah,
and try to come up with something that's really awesome. So, you know, it's good to have dreams and goals, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about our ground pieces, and then I'm going to do my metal minutes. And also, just to mention, next week, besides our regular episode, we're going to have a very special episode where I'm going to be talking to my good friend, Mr. Geek, the lead singer of legendary doom metal band Iron Man. He'll be joining me for an interview. He has a new album coming out, has a new book he's working on, plus another project I think most people are going to think is really cool. So looking forward to that as well. So what's in the news? Give us our metal news song. What's it going to be for today?
Metal news song.
Yeah, or not metal, our regular news song.
I don't know.
Or how about from the?
Oh gosh.
What's the movie we were just making fun of?
Dementia 13.
Oh my God! Have you seen Dementia 13, a classic horror flick? That song at the beginning is just horrible. Anyway, check it out if you've not seen it. And Tori is knocking over our purchases. But anyway, news just off the press. I think it was announced last night late. Luke Cage is getting canceled at Netflix. So thoughts on that? What you saw? I know you didn't watch it as much as me and.
I mean, when I've watched it with you, I don't know if I've considered it the most exciting of the Marvel shows. But I can.
It was probably my least favorite of all of them. But we still watch. I mean, it's still all right. But Mystery Lady, what did you think about the news? Did it shock you?
It did not shock me.
No. So straight off the heels of Iron Fist. But supposedly they're still going to be appearing in the other shows, and hopefully if they do a second
I
Defenders,
wondered if it had to do with Daredevil. Like, Daredevil just released that, you know, amazing trailer, and I was wondering if maybe this kind of is like, you know, well, geez, they're up in their game, you know. I don't know if they're going to be able to face the competition.
Some people's actually blaming it on Thanos on the scene on the internet. I don't know if they're saying because of the snap, or I never read the stories, but I don't know what all that's about. But you know, that was definitely so. I'm just hoping that I think Daredevil will be okay, but hoping that Punisher and Jessica Jones will hang in there, because I really like all 3 of them. Another good one. I'm so behind in this show because I'm watching on Netflix. Is Supergirl. The rumor has it that Lex Luthor himself is coming to Supergirl. Not sure who's playing it yet. I know the guy that played him. Which series was it, Mystery Lady? The bald-headed guy that played him on the most recent. Anyway, he wants to try to come as him on there. So I don't know if that'll happen or not, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I think the brain fart, it just escaped me, but
let's get Barry's to play him.
Oh, that would be smooth. But yeah, so Luthor's coming to Supergirl. Don't know who it's going to be yet, so that'll be kind of cool to see, you know, him make an appearance. And also in that same, you know, segue from Supergirl to Lex Luthor, the WB is developing a Superman TV series. So not sure who's playing it yet or what, but I hope it's just called Superman and not something, because we haven't had just a plain Superman series in like forever. Everything's been like, you know, the town's name or him and somebody else or something. I just hope it's like, you know, like, oh yeah, old school Reeves, you know, Superman, but with better updated stuff. If you go back and watch that stuff, it's kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
it's just like
not just
regular gangsters, but
yeah.
But yeah, so would you watch a Superman?
Sure, I guess if they can make him interesting enough, because the thing you always risk with Superman, I feel, is that because of the person he is, he's kind of like too perfect, and a lot of times if the heroes that kind of always do their jobs right and are always likable, I feel like they're a little less interesting and a little harder to get into than some of the more conflicted people. So if they found a way to somehow, you know, balance his regular character but actually give him some interesting dilemmas and issues, you know, I could probably be down.
Yeah, I think I could dig it too. So we'll see what happens. More news on the movie front. Guardians #3 has been pushed back to 2021, so hopefully they can get all their differences and grievances and everything straightened out, and hopefully everyone will be back, including Batista, for it. So the working title is Hot Christmas. So we went from Luke Cage getting canceled with Sweet Christmas to Hot Christmas being the working title. Don't know what that's about, but do you have any idea, Mystery Lee, why are they calling it Hot Christmas?
No idea.
Is it because someone's hot at Christmas?
I guess.
I just want a movie called Hot Christmas, just a regular movie. Make it like a
that
comedy.
might not be a movie that would be suitable for your watching, though.
Hey, I'm almost 18 now.
This is true, I guess. But anyway,
I've watched Game of Thrones, crying out loud. Do you think I'm gonna freaking and kill them?
They're not quite as bad as it could be. More news. Jimmy Kimmel, Mr. Lays jumping up down trampolines. He had Tom Holland on there the other day, and he had the new Spidey suit on there. Mm-hmm. Hey, Thor and the Beef has made an appearance, his first appearance on the show. This is our big boy, named after the Hobbit character, but we call him Beef for short because he's big and beefy. He likes his belly rubs. But anyway, he was on Jimmy Kimmel and was showing off the new Spidey suit. I haven't really checked out the clip yet, but I'm sure it's easy to find if you just search it on social media or whatever, you'll find it. But check that out if you want to see it. And once again, back to the drama at DC. Now they're saying it's official. Affleck and Carville are out at DC. So the soap opera continues. Who the hell's Batman? Who the hell's Superman? We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if they're going to continue the universe. We have no idea at this point. So that's going to be like a weekly thing. It just seems like the drama just continues. It'll be nice when they decide what's up. What do you think?
I feel like if James Gunn just stays on Suicide Squad and he just nails it, just brings to that what he did to Guardians, I feel like that's going to be the big turnaround for DC if it happens.
They haven't officially said who Guardians do. I know.
No, they haven't.
I know what's his face. They were talking about him from Ragnarok.
Watiti?
Yeah.
Man,
I know
I'd want Watiti to do it. Jeez.
I know, it would be cool.
He's the next best guy.
Because they were already funny to begin with. If they put him in there, it would be, just probably right next in it. It should be really cool. But we'll see what happens. Let's see. In the last bit of news, if you guys haven't checked it out, check out the thing where somebody went in and CGI'd. I'm not sure exactly the correct terminology, but they put Harrison Ford's face on all the Parsons, the Solo movie. You checked it out. What do you think of it?
It was so good that it was scary. Almost like I thought that seeing like a young Kurt Russell in Guardians 2 was, incredible to a spooky effect, but this was nuts. Like you'd swear that he was there interacting. Like, even his facial expressions somehow, like, were placed over, like, that of all the Nenenreichs, and, like, it made him look as if, like, he were actually there alongside everyone else, like, acting. And it was just insane to see, but, you know.
Yeah, I want to watch it in depth, and if they can figure out, you know, and I was watching the Jedi Council and Collider there yesterday, and they were talking this, you know, how far out, you know, we're not that far out where they can actually be doing this and have somebody's likeness, voice, and everything else in a movie without them actually being in the movie. It's going to be crazy, where it's going to look and sound good, and you're not going to know it's.
I actually don't even need work anymore if it comes to that.
Yeah, I know. You know, so hopefully it doesn't come to where it's like only that, but that would be an interesting concept to see what happens. But can you think of any other news this week?
I just thought of. I think I saw today. I believe it is Viggo Mortensen's birthday.
Oh,
And
how old was he?
57, I believe.
57. Yeah, he's a great actor. I'd like
And
to
still
see
young.
him do more stuff. You know, he's such a
He's
talented
57
guy, man.
and still young. Make note of that.
He's
Got a
definitely.
new movie coming out now.
What is it?
It's called The Green Book.
The Green Book. What's it about?
He's like a
this
driver
lady?
for this African American singer, I think, in the 50s or 60s, and they become friends, or it's something along those lines.
Huh.
Hmm.
I'm sure it's RC because that's what he likes. But man, you know, he was just the perfect Aragorn, man. He just was awesome. So happy birthday to him. You
I think
know,
that's the only one I've seen that has a birthday. I can't remember.
yeah, I haven't seen anyone else either. So you want to show everybody what we've acquired this week? We were kind of short on fundage this week when, you know, and the wife has, you know, a decent job, and I'm on a limited income because of being on disability, and then of course you're not working as of yet, and so it's kind of hard some weeks, especially since this man is a senior this year, and we got to take care of each take care of the senior pictures, which got awesome. Check out my Facebook page; you will see them. But show them what we picked up this week.
Well, the first thing, we were a little late last time. If the folks who remember when we grabbed the Infus Nest Vintage Collection action figure, we bought this the same week as it. This is the basic from Black Panther. We're excited for Marvel Legends once they put out their Black Panther Wave 2 that has her and Ulysses Claw and M'Baku and all the other great characters that we wish we had in the Series 1. Of course, she has a really neat arm phasers on the sides. But overall, for a, you know, cheaper action figure, it looks pretty good. The place that it lags the most, of course, is articulation in the legs, but apart from that, it's very well done.
Yeah, I really wanted something. I know that we putting her out down the road probably in Legends and all, but I really wanted something to put with what we got right now. And she's pretty cool to scale with everyone from the movie and that as is. So, yeah, I just thought she nailed it in the movie. She was like my favorite character from the Black Panther movie. So, really glad we picked her up.
Hope to see more from her.
Yeah, well, I'm so wanting to see. I hope she has the suit on in the next one. That would be awesome.
Certainly.
But what's next now?
Well, next, we, in addition to trying to complete our Guardians of the Galaxy set, we finally got Nebula. Good old Gamora's sister, who is likely to play an integral part in Infinity War. As you can see, the amazing thing about this figure is that she came with an interchangeable arm, so you can display her as she appeared in either Guardians 1 or Guardians 2. And once again, knock out of the park by Marvel Legends. You know, great likeness to Karen Gillan as the character.
Yeah, man, she's a cool actress, and I really think she's nailed this part. She was just like made to play it, so I'm really glad. I would love to have like a hot toy or you know, something bigger, a statue or something of her as this character. That would be awesome. So looking forward to her part to play in the next movie for sure.
Certainly. And the next thing we've gotten is when we began finding out that the Rite Aids were going to be turned into basically ballparks for you know, new exclusives for Walgreens. When I went, I found some mystery minis there that we bought from things we like.
Good ones too.
So this was the first time we got it. We got Sam Tolley from Game of Thrones. You know, he's a great character. Lots of people like him. Lots of people say that he's sort of the George R.R. Martin of the story, and people kind of speculate that once the series ends, that it's going to be him as an old man, you know, sitting down and writing the story for
everyone to tell.
It's also the mystery lady's one of her favorite characters, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's great. He's, you know, I don't know if it's just the name Sam, but they just seem to be good people. And then we found this older one from Captain America Civil War. This is Sharon Carter, who I guess through merchandising ploy or whatever, back when that movie came out, I seem to remember that she was on lots of the merchandising. I guess they were trying to paint it out like she was going to have a much more prominent role in the movie, but I remember she only appears in but 5 or 6 scenes. Like, she doesn't have that much of a big presence. So you can see she's wielding the sticks used commonly by Black Widow. But I know she in the comics. I've heard some stories about her, and I kind of like her. I mean, would you know any more about that, her role? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if she came out all right and at the end of Infinity War, and if she has anything else to offer, because I'm sure that the team's going to be looking for as much help as they can get. And then
I've never seen the timeline on it too, because I've been hearing rumors that it's like 5 years in the future. So that's like a long time for them to be trying to figure out what's going on. But it'll be interesting to see who all plays a part in it.
Then we have these two that we just picked up yesterday when I was at another Rite Aid that was around. So first off, let's take down a moment. We've got another Game of Thrones one. This is, of course, Tormund Giantsbane, an insanely entertaining character in the series. He's one of those ones that the minute you met him, you just gotta love him. He's hilarious. He's a incredible warrior.
And he wants that big lady.
Yes, he wants the big woman.
That would be smooth if they hook up. I hope it happens.
But then, of course, in this instance, he didn't get stuck with a big lady. He got stuck with a big Wookiee. This is Chewbacca that we got from Solo. Mr. Mini him, of course, gives it get away because of his goggles that he wore in like one scene of the movie.
That figure's too cool. I love it, man. The goggles just look smooth. He has a little smooth, like, smirk on him or something. I don't think how snarl.
Yeah, Chewie's, made his mark over the years, and it's nice to see the guy still going. And then I have 2 other Mystery Minis. These actually had for a while, but they were sort of commemorative. This is Kira, that I got the night that I went to see Solo with a couple buddies of mine. I had a few spare bucks on me, and I was like, I'd like to buy one of these to commemorate it. So I bought it, and I got Kira, kind of a shame, Emilia Clarke played her, and she did a good job for what she was given, but I wish they would have made her a little bit more interesting and not just kind of like the love interest.
Yeah, she's such an awesome actress, man. She's got a big future ahead of her.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to see her wasted.
I think she's, going to knock it out of the park once Thrones is done.
Yeah, so I liked her for what she was, but still would have been nice. Maybe if they have any sequels in the future, they could elaborate.
Time for the cast.
And then I got an Iron Man that exact same night. I had seen Infinity War about a week before with a whole bunch of people, and I was with a friend of mine, and I was like, I kind of want to get an Infinity War too, but I'm like $1 or $2 short. And he offered to pay for me, so I ended up buying it, and I got Iron Man, which is really cool.
Friend was it?
Zach.
Zach, shout out to Zach, man.
Yeah, good old Zachary Beck, great guy. But he, it's cool that we got Iron Man, because in the movie he probably was one of the 3 characters who played the most integral role. I saw a post the other day. He, kept fighting even after his suit was spent. So,
they're a cool little thing to get when you only got a few bucks and you want to get something too.
Yeah, they're not that expensive.
But the main thing that we got this week
Best
is awesome.
Find. We finally found our Walmart stocked in a few new Black Series figures, and we ended up picking up the Bespin Han Solo from his iconic costume in Episode 5.
Good.
Looks great. Face sculpt is amazing. It might be the best one of any Han Solo that we've gotten. That looks the most like if you want to have a Harrison Ford in his prime. Looks amazing. Of course, there was I believe it was a Comic-Con exclusive of him with the Linox and the Falcon 2-pack set. But for us, this is okay. They also had a Tobias Beckett up there for the first time yesterday, but I'd picked him up recently, and regrettably a little higher price than I would have liked to pay. Had I known that it was coming there, I would have bought it just there, but, I might go up and get it again just to have a loose one, because I kind of liked him, but same thing with Kira. I wish that he, had a larger role and wasn't just as a guy that felt like he could be played by just anybody. But, it's Woody Harrelson. He's entertaining in anything. But as for old Han here, he's a great figure.
Yeah, we were glad we ran across him.
And like as we said in our last video, Black Series is going to be putting out tons of more figures coming up, and this is the first of many. Or what is it Tyrion said? The first of many courses, I guess you could say.
Yes.
So, he's great to see coming up, hitting the shelves.
Favorite Han Solo line?
For me?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. He's got tons of... I like the scene in, Return of the Jedi, where 3PO is, like, he's telling 3PO to do all this stuff, and 3PO keeps trying to walk off, and he keeps, like, pulling him back and telling him something, and he's like, and hurry up, will you? I don't got all day.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He runs off.
I still seen at the end of New Hope where he comes in and saves the day, man. That always will still do it for me, because that was just, anytime somebody's coming in unexpectedly and saving the day, that was awesome. So, still get chills to this day watching that scene. So now let's talk Grail, since we showed everybody all our awesome finds this week. Who you want to talk about first?
I don't know. That doesn't matter to me.
You want to get in position and then go over everything, or do you just want to? Okay, we actually made a folder with pictures. Instead of putting them up on the screen and everything, trying to make it a little more interactive. We put some pics up of what first the Grails that came to the top of our head right now.
There's plenty of others, I'm sure.
Right, and we really thought about it real hard, but we put some stuff in. A couple of them's pretty obtainable, but some are just like I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But
very far-fetched.
Just start out with yours.
Okay, well, first in my listing, I have this from the Saga collection from 2006. It is the Episode 5 Bounty Hunter pack that has all 6 bounty hunters in it and Darth Vader. I've always loved this ever since I've seen it when I was a little kid. It's one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. It's kind of like that movie's version of the cantina scene. You get to see all these, wacky, weird-looking aliens that the Empire has to resort to getting Han and the Falcon. And, of course, that's the great poetic thing. Kind of like, they do that, like, in a lot of movies where they make what's supposed to be, like, the really big fighting force make fool of themselves. Like, they kind of did it in Pirates of the Caribbean with the British, and they did it in this movie with the Imperials. Like, they're supposed to be, like, the most top-trained, the Imperial Navy, and yet they can't even catch a ship, so they have to resort to sending a whole bunch of weirdos after them. And, of course, I'm a big fan, of the original EU, and, of course, everyone knows what happened to Boba, from the movies, but, like, all these other people ended up in really weird places. If you read, I believe it was called Tales of the Bounty Hunters, that was edited by Kevin J. Anderson back in the 90s, and it's a really great read. So if you want to know what happened to IG-88, and it was a really weird story, and Dengar and all of them, I recommend checking out that book. But yeah, for me, this is a must-have, and I think I'll be able to get my hands on it someday at some point.
Absolutely. What's next on your list?
Well, looks like I'm going to have to do some shifting.
Or
here we
go to each of ours, it doesn't matter.
That's alright, I got my second one's right here. So this is a far-fetched one, folks. They've made some life-sized Star Wars statues and the like. And being a kid who grew up when the prequels were out, this is something I really want someday. This is a life-sized Darth Maul statue. Of course, he was... If there was one thing anyone can agree on about the prequels, is that this guy was the best. Like, the best
absolutely.
villain, the fight in Phantom Menace is so iconic. And yeah, while it might have been, a little bit, foolish they killed him off in the end, but it's great to see him back, in the series, I remember when I was a kid and watching Clone Wars and finding out that he was alive, I thought it was the biggest thing ever. And then he ends up playing a big role in the Clone Wars and then on into Rebels. And now that's sort of larger EU's kind of been brought into Solo. So it's really nice to see, if you're a Star Wars fan, getting to see some of the broader legends or broader EU getting brought into the actual movies. It's a really nice thing to see.
And not to mention, we got to meet Ray Park at
yes,
Steel
we
City
did.
Con years back, and just a great, nice guy, and just got a total class act. So, it's cool to, I hope they do something down the road when they can use him again. That'd be really nice.
Yes.
What's next?
What is next?
I got a cat collection.
I believe
Lucas.
my next pick. Yes. I've been big into Star Wars Force Effects lightsabers. I've got Anakin's and /Luke/Rey's a couple years ago, and then I got the hardest to find is Count Dooku's, and I would really like to have it. Now, the thing is, I think Count Dooku gets a bad rap a lot of the time. I don't think he gets near enough credit as he should as far as the Sith goes, just because he's an older gentleman, of course, that he can't live up to the hype. But I personally enjoyed the character. I mean, he's played by Christopher Lee, and that guy just knocks out of the park everything he's doing. He was a true talent, may he rest in peace. Great. I mean, even as Saruman in Lord of the Rings, my gosh, just what an amazing performance by him. And I just love to have his lightsaber, how it has the curved hilt, it's just so sharp, and just the crimson red blade, it just adds to it. It's an amazing piece. My second one to this was actually Obi-Wan's Episode 1 lightsaber, but fortunately, Hasbro has announced they're going to re-release it, I guess, and their new Force Effects lightsaber line, so maybe I can get my hands on this someday, but this one's the big one that I'll have to really search and scrounge for if ever I'm going to get it. But overall, just a very beautiful piece. I have a thing for swords and weapons and how they're an art,
Absolutely, man. They're cool, too. We just had one up here last night and was chasing the cats with it.
Yeah, just to see what they do.
And what's your next?
Another very far-fetched one, where I said that there's Star Wars life-size figures and statues. There's also ones for Marvel, and as cool as a giant life-size Hulk P, the one I went with is a life-sized Iron Man armor. You can see this is one that Sideshow released a while back. That's the Mark 1, but they've done others. The Mark 42 from Iron Man 3. There's tons of them that they've done, but this suit of armor has always amazed me from the time I was 7 years old, probably. And to have like a life-size version of it that lit up and, just stood there kind of like just a sentinel, how you would see it in Tony Stark's, his little garage where he works on all of it, it would be just amazing. And it's a very big piece, too. But, I know that there's, people now that are trying to figure out if they can make real-life Iron Man suits of armor. So that would be a marvel to see someday, if ever it happened.
When you get out being on your own, or you're a rich, young, rising filmmaker, you will have all these things at your place. I just know it.
We'll see.
What's you got one more?
Yep, my final one.
Your final one.
Being that I'm a huge Lord of the Rings and Tolkien collector, or the movies, one of my favorite characters is Galadriel, and Weta recently put out a Galadriel statue that's very nice. Has an amazing likeness to Cate Blanchett.
Who was awesome in everything she's done, by the way.
In the words of Cinema Wins, Cate Blanchett is always a win.
Always.
And her part in that is small but important. She kind of teaches the main thesis or the main theme of that first movie, that even the smallest person can change the course of the future, and I loved her in Thor Ragnarok as well as Hela, she's just a true talent, I really like this statue of her, this be a powerful portrayal of her where she's holding the vial that she gives Frodo, especially when she's fighting Sauron at Dol Guldur. And I just would really like to, have it, to commemorate her. There's tons of others, but this is the one that, it's the most to me.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just, what can't you say about her? I mean, she's just awesome. So it would be cool if you could pick that up eventually. Let's do mine. We'll do them a little, quickly. So we're not just on forever about them, because I could go on for days about some of the stuff I want.
Understandable.
First, I want that big Balrog, man, something off. I got a lot of big rings pieces, and
here it is.
I'm just going to show them there to you. Really would like to pick that up. just incredible. One of my favorite creatures or whatever from the movies. Just was so excited to see what they did with him. But so I definitely want to get that. My next one is this lady's hot toy, man. I want the Daenerys hot toy. It's just incredible. I have a thing for the lady hot toys, so I've been trying to get some of my favorite characters in them.
Great likeness.
Yeah, I really want to pick her up eventually. Hopefully that's going to be obtainable. Belrog, I don't know about him. He's a little bit much. My next one is probably I'm never ever going to get, and I got all the rest of them, and I'll probably never got it, and that's the Luke 40th anniversary X-Wing that was at the Star Wars convention.
Celebration.
Yeah, and he's the only one I need. I think last time I checked, he was going for like $300 or $400, but he's who I need to complete that set, and I doubt it's ever going to happen unless I get infinitely wealthy somehow, and I doubt that's ever going to happen. So it's just a dream. So, but yeah, I would love to have him. And then an obtainable one. One of my favorite characters is Ahsoka, and there's a lot of people in all the new cartoons and everything. So I really want to put a pop of Ahsoka. I don't care which one. I just want to get one. I ain't been able to find one. So I'd really like an Ahsoka pop. So that's definitely on my list, and I think that's pretty obtainable. I'll definitely get one eventually. If I have to pick it up online, so be it. And then another thing, going back to the hot toy type thing, I would love the hot toy from Underworld of Celine of Cape Beckinsale. She's another one of my favorite actresses. Would love to get that figure as well. Just awesome likeness, and hopefully someday I'll be able to hook up. So I think I'll be able to get at least 3 out of 5 eventually. So now we're going to be on to our mystery lady, who is our special guest, who's being a lady of few words over there.
Ever quiet and mysterious.
Yeah, ever quiet and mysterious. What was her Grail's H? What she got on there?
Well, you want to say, or?
Yeah, my favorite character in Dragon Ball is Vegeta, and this scene where he wears this shirt was just hilarious, so I want this pop really bad.
It's very great.
Yeah, he's really cool. And what's next?
Okay, yeah.
Next is Neil Gaiman, is one of my favorite authors, and these bookends I've wanted ever since they came out. Unfortunately, they are super rare and expensive, and it will probably never happen.
It will someday. On this
Mark his words. They do look great. Sam.
If I have anything to do with it, it will happen eventually. And then what's next?
A hot toy that I'd probably want is the Princess Leia and her Hoth outfit. I just think it looks exactly like Carrie Fisher, which I like in my action figures for them to look like the character they're supposed to be. So I just think she's really nice.
One of her best costumes too, I would say.
And she rather kiss a Wookiee.
He can arrange that.
That's right.
Yeah, that is this.
And another thing is a PlayStation 4, which I only want so I can play Kingdom Hearts 3 when it comes out in January.
This is this.
Been waiting a really long time for this game and can't wait to play it.
And that one's kind of like her two-parter, the PS4 itself and the game.
So hopefully they will be obtainable too as well.
Yes.
So, the question we're wanting to know is, put in your comments, what is your, some Grail piece that you want, something that's obtainable and something that's not so obtainable, because we all got both, I think. So it'd be interesting to see. So that does it with our Grails. Hope you liked our little list and was able to see them. I'm sure you can search them on the internet if you want to get a better look at them than he was bringing up on the laptop. Once I can get this all figured out, I'll start putting some pictures in of stuff as we go. But that does it for the Grails. Now it's time for Tank's Metal Minutes.
Excellent.
So, in the news this week, real quick, Glenn Tipton, guitar player of Judas Priest, will no longer be touring with them. He's in and out, doing a couple songs each show. He's suffering from Parkinson's disease. Best wishes to him. Hopefully he gets well soon. A lot of these older guys are just getting to where they can't do it anymore. So he's no longer going to be doing anything with them live. So best wishes to him, and hopefully he can get feeling better. Kiss's farewell tour is getting gear up, and the rumor is it's also going to include some ex-members of the band. So it'd be cool if they can get a lot of people that's been in the band. Vinnie Vincent and Ace, maybe Peter. I don't know if he's totally retired from playing now or not. That was the rumor. So, and some of the other people, Bruce Kulick. So hopefully they can eventually get up there and do a song or so with them. Real cool. Yesterday I acquired the new Disturbed CD, Evolution, and it is incredible. If you like Disturbed, you're gonna love this CD. It's one of the Mystery Ladies' favorite Mystery Lady. What do you think of it so far from what you heard?
I've only heard 2 songs, but I love them both.
Yes. She's a big fan of mine, and it's on the bucket list to go see them in concert. I've seen just about everybody else in concert, so they're on my bucket list to go see. For you guys that like Slipknot, Corey Taylor said that this summer they're going to be having their new album out, so Slipknot fans will be looking forward to that. And then also Ace Frehley at the Kiss Expo in New Jersey is going to be performing his entire 1978 solo CD for the people on hand. He recently fired his entire band and is now working with some of the bands that's worked with Gene Simmons and all the past. So anybody that's up in Jersey, if they want to catch that, I don't have the date for it unfortunately here, but a lot of people really liked his solo CD when they put the 4 of their faces out. It was the favorite of the 4 that was released. So hopefully, some of you guys up that way will get a chance to check it out. If you do, let me know how it was. I've seen Kiss several times, and they never disappoint. Definitely in my top shows I've ever seen. And don't forget, as I mentioned at the beginning, next week I'm going to have a special episode where I'm interviewing Doom band Iron Man's vocalist, Dee Calhoun, is a good friend of mine. He has all kinds of new stuff he's involved with, so check that out next week. I'm going to have a special rock episode of the show. So, anything else you want to bring up today? Before we sign out and all that good stuff, what's going on this coming week? Anything special?
Nothing weird, no.
The week after next, we got our Halloween wedding gig we're DJing, so that's going to be cool. We also, this coming Saturday, my band Relic, we'll be playing the Red House Soundstage over in Risley, West Virginia. That starts 10 p.m. That's the Saturday the 27th. Find us out on Relic on Facebook and check us out and give us a like if you would. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, we're getting really good reviews and we love it so far. Check out the Hill House series on Netflix. It's right around Halloween right now, which is the 20th, so you still got plenty of time. You can catch it all, even if you watch an episode or so a night. It is just awesome. Getting great ratings by everybody. It's creepy, it's good acting, it's a good story about the family, so check it out if you want to watch something good for, to celebrate the Halloween time of year. Also, please go on Facebook and check out our Mortal Ring Wars group. We have a group on Facebook. Just ask us to be invited. We have all kinds of news about art and everything going on and all this cool stuff that we all know and love. So check that out. And if you want more metal news, I have a group on there called Tri-State Metalheads. Check it out. All the new stories, classic photos, new photos, just anything you want about the genre in that. Don't forget, 100 subscribers, we'll do a collection tour of this place, and we'll have a giveaway. So definitely get on there. Please like and subscribe and hit the little bell thing, and invite people to share it with us, share our page with us. Now, we're not trying to do anything great or anything. We just want to have a good time with this. So I want it to be great, but I'm not trying to be like a superstar or anything. So but check us out and share it, because we love this community, you people that we've gotten to meet since we've been watching all the YouTube stuff. A lot of great guys, and thank you for your support. We love you all. Don't forget to leave a comment if you have any questions or anything. All our info is in the description, so check it out. So like I said, please share, like, and subscribe. Until next week, what's a good word?
A good word. How about never forget what you are, and to, you know, wear it like armor, and then that way it can never be used against you.
Right. And don't forget, as always, try to do one random act of kindness this week, and just be a nice, respectful person to everybody else, and this world can be a better place. For Crazy H and the Mystery Lady, I'm Brett the Tank Downey. We'll see you soon. God bless.